Hello, artist. I'm going to take a minute to talk about two very different art materials, although at first they can look a little bit similar. So one thing I wanted to show you are tracing plates. So these tracers are really nice because they can help you draw an image, or maybe you just need something really simple to get you going, and you could explore just a circle, for instance, a circle tracer, or you can use something more like this. The first thing you want to do is we'll decide what you would like to use, and then the next thing I would like you to think about is you need a pencil probably to trace. I'm going to use this thin Sharpie so that you can see, and let's see, I'm not going to probably finish this whole thing, but then you can go back and take your time and add color, and you could really take your time adding value. Remember, that's when you take something from light and dark. All right, I guess I will be tracing this whole thing, but maybe this is just the start. Maybe, because this is a lighthouse, maybe I want to make a whole ocean picture. And then you can go ahead and you can replace this and make sure to return it where you got it. So, all right, so I've got my lighthouse. And again, I would recommend doing that in pencil. That way if you make a mistake, you can erase it. Also, pencils are thin. And then you can go back and you can add, again, value by going dark to light. You don't have to use crayons. You can use colored pencils, are another good choice. You could use markers. You could use markers and then add crayons on top of them. I would not recommend thicker materials like oil pastels, for instance, are too thick. You won't be able to add all those details. All right, so again, I could turn that into a whole artwork, right? I could, again, make the sky and make the ocean around it. Take your time. But the other thing I wanted to show you, because I want to show you two art materials today, but I'm really having fun making this. Let's put a rocky beach. Again, I'm not going to add that many details, but I'm just... All right. I wanted to show you texture plates. So remember, texture is the way something feels, like the way our skin feels or the way paper feels different. So texture can be real, just like I was saying, how your skin is different than the paper, but it can also be implied. So I have these fun texture rubbing plates, and you can look through and you can find one that you might like, and you could experiment with them. I'm looking for one that might be oceany, because I guess I would decide to make a whole picture. This one looks like it would be really good for like lizard scales, but maybe it'll look like a bubbly ocean, maybe not. Okay, so with texture plates, you need to use crayons. Now the best crayons are the kind that don't have paper around it. If yours does have paper around it, then you just gotta try to use the side of it. So mine's not gonna be the best. And you go back and forth with the texture plate underneath. Actually, this does kind of look like a really cool ocean. And then it'll give your paper texture, something called implied texture, because it's not real. The paper's not really bumpy. There's not really waves. But it definitely kind of looks wavy-ish. All right. So texture plates and tracers are one thing that you could do to enhance your artwork. Now I could still make this into a collage. I can like cut out blue sky. I could add more and more details. Really, for an ocean, it's always darkest at the horizon line. The horizon line's where the sky meets the water. So that's why I'm going back and trying to darken it up back there. All right. So again, take your time, experiment. If you just want to practice, your sketchbook is a great place to practice, or you can start making your way into a full artwork. And since I have you, I'm going to show you one more thing while I'm working on that. All right. Maybe you want to add a frame. So I know that this paper is just copy paper, so it's a little bit smaller. I got one of the bases from the Collage Station, and I could glue it in the center if I like it a lot. You know, don't do this on work that you're not that proud of. And then you can make it a frame, and then all of a sudden it looks more interesting. Of course, I'm not finished with this. Anyway, though, I'm excited for you to make art today, and can't wait to see what you make.